All right, yesterday we were factoring where we have a number of lead coefficient other than 1. So step 1, we said was multiply that coefficient A, we multiply by the last one to C, leave those to be 12. Now we come over and we look at our factor pairs of 12. And we want the pair that adds, in this case, to be 8. So that's going to be 2 and 6. Now we rewrite our middle term as 2 terms. So 2x plus 8, or excuse me, 6x is 8x. Now we have 4 terms. So we do from the previous day, we cut it in half. What's common in our first two? 2x. So 2x is what will go in front. 4x squared divided by 2x is 2x. 2x divided by itself is
1.
anything divided by itself is 1.
The first one was just 1.
No,
Oh, wait, I
squared,
did
squared,
square.
squared.
I thought it was only 1.
Sorry. All right, a little clear. There we go. So now these two have 2 common, excuse me, 3 common. That's worse. So plus 3, and then this gives us 2x plus 1. These are the same, which is exactly what we want. So we have 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 1. The order can be switched as well, like on this one. Notice how we have our x squared at the end instead of at the front. We could move it around, but that would make it have a negative out in front, which isn't going to be as nice to work with. So let's just work with it this way. What's 6 times 10?
60.
60. So we need factor pairs that subtract to be 11. We could go through all of them, or we can know, hey, 15 minus 4 is 11. It needs to be positive, so it's going to be 15 minus 4 like that. Oops. So we're going to have 15x minus 4x. The goal is that eventually you don't have to write out every single pair. That sometimes it's helpful because you're just not able to see it to write them out and go, okay, yeah, that adds up. But if you're able, like this one, we would have had to write down 1 and 62 and 30, 3 and 20, 4, 15, 5, 12, 6, 10. I mean, you could write them all out. But if you're able to see it, again, you do not always have to show every single step, but sometimes it's helpful to do it. So now we got 4 parts cut in half. What's common in these two? 5. So we get 2 plus 3x. These are both negative, so we're going to take out a negative what? Negative 2x. So negative divided by negative is positive. And so we get 2 positive 3x. Hey, they're the same. It was a different order, but they are the same. That's okay. So we get 5 minus 2x times 2 plus 3x. Then the order does not necessarily have to be switched around. We were still able to do this even though the order was flipped. Okay, let's do one more. We've got 2 variables. These, we'll see a few more of our assignment today. So we have A's and B's. So there's a term in the first term. Or excuse me, there's a variable in the first term, there's a variable in the second term. In the middle, if there's no number in front of that A, how many is it? 1. So it's like we have -1. So first step, 5 times 22, 110. So again, we could write out every single pair. Does anybody know what it might be? I'm going to give you this tip. 11. What's 11 times what is 110?
10.
10. So now I'm going to cube it too. What's 10 minus 11? -1. So we need 10 AB minus 11 AB. 10 minus 11 is -1. All right. 4 terms, cut it in half. What's common in these two? 5a. So that leaves us with 1a, or is a. A's cancel, we get 2b. These are both negative, so we need to take out a negative. 11b, because they both have b. So those cancel, b's cancel, we're left with a plus 2b, which is the same. So 5a minus 11b, not b. A plus 2b. So again, first step, multiply your first and last term. Write them out if you have to. If you don't have to, then that is perfectly acceptable. What number did we go to yesterday? 19. Thank you. So page 222, 21 to 35. They're going to start getting a little more difficult as you get closer to 35. Just keep doing the steps you know, and then go from there. And for everybody else, no lesson on Friday, because everybody's going to the same place. That was more for them than not you. Although I think the kids at St. Margaret Mary are like a week or two behind. Oh my God. If you're a week or two behind, wouldn't you want to be trying to catch up at home? Some days their teacher makes them watch the lesson because they might be doing stuff that like geometry or probability statistics. So then they don't have time to watch in class. But if you don't have time in class, then when should you be going home?
Yeah.
So speaking of which, you will not be here tomorrow, correct? You can. I would recommend watching it at home. YouTube, just look for my name. Put in the date. First my name. Then if you do have questions, Friday afternoon. Or even, yeah, you guys will be early. What time's taping done? Or do you know? I mean, it's when it's done, it's done. It's school. It's school excused, so.